21 days to go before the federal election. May 3 is the date as it stands this morning. Anthony Albanese is a white-hot favourite to win. The betting markets have him at $1.29. Joining me live, former Liberal MP Jason Falinski and Assistant Immigration Minister Matt Thistlewaite. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Morning, Tim.
Yeah, Matty's down there at Maroubra Beach and actually has a big announcement this morning. But I will start with you, Jason. This week, the rollercoaster of the markets, the Trump tariffs continues to dominate attention. How is that playing out into the campaign?
Oh, mate, it's dominating the campaign. So we've got an Australian campaign that's more about what's going on in Washington at the moment. He's really sucking the oxygen out of this campaign, and it means that Australians so far haven't been able to have a good chance to have a look at both leaders and what they're offering for the next 3 years. And as you and I were talking earlier, you've also got the problem of all these incredibly well-paid well-funded teal candidates, and there's a lot of stuff going on there that really needs to be looked at very carefully, and it's not happening at the moment.
What do you think, Matt, on both those fronts, the Trump effect and the teal effect?
Yeah, good morning, Tim. I am at Maroubra. This morning I'll announce that a re-elected Labor government will invest $3.5 million in Maroubra Surf Life Saving Club here. This building was built in the 1930s. It was no longer fit for purpose. So the volunteer lifesavers down here at Maroubra will get a brand new facility with new storage, new training facilities that will ensure that we deliver better life-saving services at one of Sydney's most important beaches. But Jason is right. The Trump effect is coming up quite a bit in the discussions that I'm having with constituents, mainly in the context of people don't want to see that style of politics here in Australia. And a lot of people are saying to me that they're worried that Peter Dutton will adopt a lot of Trump-style policies, in particular cuts to the public service, and they're concerned about that. They want to see good quality public services delivered for Australians.
Good news about the Surf Club. What do you think of the Trump-Dutton association that was just made there?
Look, I think that it's a bit overstated at the moment. Most Australians aren't there yet, but obviously if you're Labor, you're going to talk that up as much as you possibly can. But look, I think earlier this week when Peter made the admission that they made a mistake on working from home, reversed his position, fronted up and said, I made a mistake, that's not very Trumpian, and that's something that I think most Australians really appreciate.
Does the turbulence, Matt, and uncertainty risk driving some traditional allies and partners off the US and towards China?
I don't believe it does, Tim, and the Prime Minister made it clear this week that Australia will always have a very strong and important relationship with our friend and ally, the United States. It's the foundation of our defence relationship through ANZUS, and that's not going to change. In fact, we're strengthening that through AUKUS. But you can have differences of opinion with friends, and we have a very different view than the Trump administration about their approach to economic policy, particularly the imposition of tariffs. No one wins from tariffs. They're effectively taxes on goods and services. It means that the American people will pay more for those goods and services. It will potentially push up inflation and risk their economic growth. So no one wins from tariffs. We've made that very clear that we think that they're unwarranted on Australia and the rest of the world, and we'll continue to stand up for Australia's economic interests.
That is the irony, isn't it? And we'll move away from this, but most of the people who are going to be hurt by the tariffs are the people that voted for him in the first place. So anyway.
We'll all get hurt by them.
Yeah, everyone will, yeah. The cough, the sneeze, the flu that goes all around the world. Now, we had the first leaders debate. That seemed to be a close-run thing. Did it allow Peter Dutton to reset the coalition campaign, do you think?
Mate, it did some really important... Firstly, can I congratulate Sky? I mean, those people's forums, it's really interesting to get directly from people what they're thinking. It's very different to what happens in other parts of the coverage.
I don't know he's my brother, but Kieran nailed it as well.
Kieran nailed it as well. So Kieran does a very good job on those things, I have to say. But the really key thing for Dutts, I thought, was that it gave him an opportunity to really humanise himself. So a lot of people still don't know very much about Peter Dutton, and what they do know is one-dimensional. So regardless of who they thought might have won the night, Peter was always going to be the winner.
And what did you think of the debate, Matt?
Yeah, well run. Great opportunity for the public to interact with our leaders, and Kieran did a fantastic job. I think it showed that the Dutton campaign is a dud. He's had more flip-flops than an Hawaiian gift shop. 1 minute he's saying he's going to get rid of working from home. The next minute he changes, cuts to the public service. The next minute he changes. It just makes Australians think, well, I can't believe anything he says. Contrast that with Labor's clear and consistent message of cost of living relief through tax cuts, energy bill relief, cheaper medicines, and the cuts and chaos of Dutton and his campaign.
I'll give you the last chance to respond to that.
Oh, well, I mean, Matt's being overly political. You know, he's looking great there, I have to say, in front of the surf club. But the fact of the matter is that Australians appreciate leaders who can turn up, admit they made a mistake and get on with the job. We're there to serve them, not the other way around.
The hardest thing, though, is, particularly on the working from home thing, is that there will be supporters of that. And there will be supporters of the others. So you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. It's a difficult one.
It's the way that you look at it. I mean, frankly, our policy should be about getting the best that we possibly can out of the public service. And in some instances, that'll be work from home. You can't be a bus driver and work from home. So it's going to be horses for courses.
Jason, thank you. We'll do it again next week.
Sounds good.
Matty, great announcement. Breaking news here on Weekend Edition. Thank you so much for doing that. And all the best. All the best to those volunteers. They do a fantastic job on the beaches.
Yeah, they're wonderful. It's a great morning down here, Tim. We've got an IRB competition on. The Maroubra surfers have got their comp on. A lot of activity. Fantastic. You should come down here, guys. Next time we'll do it down here at Maroubra. Yeah,
that's right. You provide the sausage sizzle. We'll see you then. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate that.